Welcome to My Rules Are Better. I'm Tom Barbalet, and today, I've been exploring YouTube, and YouTube's actually been able to connect me with thousands of viewers relatively rapidly, and I'm starting to wonder what this podcasting thing is all about. I'm actually starting to wonder if I could do podcasts in video form and put them up on YouTube, or just do video form podcasts and put them up on YouTube, because the YouTube audience just seems to be way more dynamic and way more accessible than the podcast audience is. And it's creating a very interesting sense of perhaps I've just been investing my time in the wrong ideas for recent years kind of feeling. And I think certainly as I hopefully through this year return to workaday work as opposed to contracting. Contracting's been fun, but it hasn't really afforded me the opportunity to do a bunch of stuff that I'd like to do. Although it has enabled me to continue to fixate on Warhammer the Old World, which is basically the success I've had on YouTube in recent weeks, is just showing some of my Warhammer the Old World armies and getting an audience based on that, which is actually pretty interesting since I've had these things kind of stashed away. Well, not really for that long. Most of the armies that I've shown are actually armies that are only 2 or 3 years old, so not old like the Fred Reeds that I'm yet to pull out, but, an interesting period. And I think I will probably eventually pull out the Fred Reeds given the opportunity of workaday work and regular normalcy returning, but that hasn't actually been afforded to me currently. So I'm just looking forward to Warhammer the Old World as a thing, and I've ordered a couple of books when the books are sold out, and it will hopefully be arriving within the next week or so I'll have something to keep my mind occupied in the late evening as I'm reading through these various resources. A short podcast, but an indication if you want to get more regular content, check out Monty's Reviews Metal Dice and enjoy that associated with the channel. Please subscribe if you're interested. I did put out on the My Rules Are Better podcast channel, which I guess will be the home of the My Rules Are Better podcast video feed when it finally comes out, that Monty's Reviews was where I was at associated with YouTube videos currently. And really that has been a good hub for getting a lot of interest, quite a bit of interest in the past few days associated with some old armies that I had stashed away. Tom Barbalet in Las Vegas, Nevada, signing out.